I hate how they always order pizza pie.
I hate how they never order pizza pie.
I hate it when people ask too many questions in lecture. I hate that it's always so cold in this building.
I hate how it's always so hot in this building. Oh my God.
I hate how no one comes to class in the second year.
I hate that there's no space in this building for me to practice my knife juggling.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to find a purple marker in this building?
I hate when people call me Rahul. There's 2 Rahuls in this medical school, and I'm not one of them.
You know what I hate? I hate always having to be the cameraman.
Derm, opto, radiology.
That's so funny.
Step 1, step 2, step 3.
Oh my gosh! Steffi, are you okay?
What's wrong?
Steffi, wake up!
Is there a doctor?
Hey! Hey, are you a doctor?
I'm a medical student.
But you're wearing a white coat and scrubs and you have a stethoscope.
No, I'm just a medical student. I'm just a medical
student. We need
student.
a doctor.
Oh, okay.
We need a doctor.
No.
Our friend
please
is
help.
dying.
Please.
Our friend is, can you do something? Aren't you a doctor?
Do you know CPR? Fine, I'll do something. Hey! How many sexual partners have you had in the last 6 months?
So I was like, it was peanut butter.
Ryan, I can't let you do that.
Why?
Do you know what atherosclerosis is?
Please tell me.
It's when little lipid molecules build up in your arteries over the years and then they harden and then you get heart disease and vascular disease and even erectile dysfunction. Drop the chip. Good.
So did you see the new James Bond movie?
Yeah, I did.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was.
Really?
Daniel Craig looked so good.
Is this alcohol?
Yes.
Do you want a fatty liver?
No.
Do you know how you'll get a fatty liver?
No.
Well, if you keep drinking alcohol, you will. You know why?
I don't care.
Well, let me tell you why. So, in your liver, there's an enzyme, the cytochrome P450 enzyme, and it metabolizes alcohol. You know what else it metabolizes?
I have no idea.
Acetaminophen. Oh, I'm sorry, Tylenol. Do you know what Tylenol is? Do you
Yes.
take Tylenol?
Sometimes.
So now, you're gonna get fatty liver, aren't you? Because alcohol plus Tylenol equals fatty liver.
Happy?
Good move. Thank you.
This is good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, don't you realize what you're doing to your bodies? Why won't you listen to me?
Nagar, shut up!
Anyway, you
Yeah.
can really see it.
Yeah, I want to. I really want to. Looks really good.
It is really good.
You see an IMAX? So if anyone has any more questions, just feel free to pop on down. I'll be here to answer any of your questions. Thanks.
So I just had a question.
This is going to be the last question for the review session. Does anybody else have any more questions? Shankar?
Yeah, I had a question about number 56.
Number 56, okay. A 57-year-old man presents to the ER after experiencing a recent episode of crushing chest pain. His wife explains that he collapsed to the floor after clutching his left arm and complaining of a shooting pain down his left arm. He was also sweating. and he has a history of aortic regurgitation and hypertension. Which of the following explains this episode? What did you want the answer to be?
So, I understand heart attack is certainly a plausible answer to this question, but, I actually went for choice B, depression.
Okay, and why did you think it was choice B?
So let me explain. I had a friend who was around the same age, and his mother had recently passed away after having a shoulder replacement surgery. And so my friend actually, as part of the grieving process, used to clutch his left arm, as a way to think of his mother, I guess. And he did that periodically. But one day, he actually clutched his left arm and collapsed to the floor and presented with a lot of these same symptoms that are shown in this question. So I guess, unless you're calling me a liar and telling me that, this didn't actually happen, I think that depression should at least be on the differential. That's all I'm asking, that it's a possible answer choice, given the evidence that I've presented to you.
Well, no, I don't think that you're a liar, but at the same time, I think this question sort of picks out the cardinal features of a heart attack. I think it's a pretty clear question and answer.
Sure. Can I see the grade distribution for this question?
Yeah, let me just pull it up. Looks like 107 people chose a heart attack and only one person chose depression.
That's actually funny because I have some more evidence to back up my position. I didn't want to go there, but here it is. There was a 2007 study published in the New England Journal of Medicine. It was actually conducted at Harvard Medical School. It's a pretty reputable institution. And the study actually found that in rats, there was somewhat of an association between depression and cardiovascular disease. So I think given this study and given the evidence that I've already presented to you, I think that choice B is at least a possible choice. I mean, you could agree with me on that, right?
Shankar, you're the only one that got it wrong.
Well, what do you think?
Let me write it down. I'll think about it and get back to you, okay?
All right.
With a little more pink. Pink tone. Like kind of like this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like pale pink. Yeah. It's really my favorite. You can also search for flavors using this.
Welcome to the first renal small group. So let's get right down to it. Let's talk about the first case, all right? So this is a 57-year-old man who has a serum creatinine of 5, and he also has protein in his urine. And for the past year, he's had an increase in his shoe size, which is suggestive of edema, and the attending physician proposes that we put him on dialysis. So first, who can tell me how dialysis works? Anyone? How does dialysis work? Any takers? Shankar, how about you? how does dialysis work?
Wait, what's going on?
How does dialysis work?
Oh, well, dialysis is a really interesting procedure. Basically...
Why don't you try it on your own, without the notes, and we'll see what happens.
Let me start by saying that there are 50 million uninsured Americans. 50 million. Our electronic medical record systems are in shambles. They don't talk to each other. Physicians don't have an incentive to talk to each other. Is this the kind of healthcare system that we want?
No.
We can do better than this, right?
Yes.
So we don't know that he's uninsured, and also importantly, how does dialysis work?
You know, you make a good point. But let's assume that he's uninsured. Do you think this man cares how dialysis works? He doesn't have access to dialysis. Let me tell you something. His kidneys are left to dry, and his body is left to die. Now I say, until this man has access to dialysis, no one should have access to dialysis. Let's take this to Washington. Who's with me? All right, what do we want?
Equal care.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Guys,
Equal care.
Guys, we still need to talk about the case.
So I want to show you guys the academies here at Alpert Medical School. And we're divided into 3 academies, and this is Red Academy. And in the academies, there's kitchens, there's living spaces, but most importantly, there's study space. You know, one of the important things about studying here at Brown is that it's a very collaborative process. And to really make that happen, you need things that facilitate collaboration, things like whiteboards, desks, chairs, you know, some of the basic elements of a good study group session. And you know, the academies really facilitate that kind of cooperation that really translates even onto the clinical setting. And one thing I want to point out is that students here tend to work very hard. You know, I don't want that to throw you off. That's just our work ethic here, and we're very proud of that. We take pride in students that actually like to work hard and that thrive in a hard working environment. And I think you're getting a sense for that today with how hard students are working. So next up, I want to show you the next academy. Who likes free pizza?
I do.
You do? Okay, well they have lots of free pizza in Green Academy. Come on over this way.
You guys get pizza?
Yeah.
Whoa! That's sweet. Oh, damn.
So for the last 5 minutes of this lecture, I would like to take a moment to tell you about some of my latest research. I have investigated an interesting pathway in the endocrinology system, and we have actually explored in models in mice, rats, monkeys, elephants. Yes?
Quick question. Is this going to be on the exam?
Well, technically it will not be on the exam. I think it is still very worthwhile to understand this information. You see, when I was an MD PhD candidate at the Indian Institute of Technology in Mumbai, I actually investigated many of these same pathways, and I think there is vast potential for revolutionary therapies in this field. Why are you leaving? Do you like free pizza? Well, I don't actually have any free pizza, but I have science. So Dick, what did you think?
I approve.